Let's break down what we're going to be talking about today, and that is audience overlap. What audience overlap actually is where you have one audience and another audience and they overlap into each other. And the reason why this is so important is because if you don't know what your overlap percentage is, you could be running your ads and actually competing against yourself. Not only that, this will give you the data to know if your targeting is actually correct. A lot of interest-based audience actually has a significant amount of overlap. And when you have significant audience overlap, this actually throws off your analytics for your entire ad account, because you may be thinking, dang, I know this audience works, but maybe it's my ads, maybe it's my creatives, maybe it's my headline. If you can eliminate the anomaly and know that, okay, I tested 3 different audiences that had no overlap in it, I can now move on to testing and looking at other things such as the creatives, the copy, and the headlines. So let me dive into the computer here and I'll actually show you what the audience overlap tool looks like, how to use it, and where you need to go to do that. All right, so the very first step that you need to do is you need to go into business.facebook.com, log into your business manager account. Once you're logged into your business manager, on the left-hand side, you're gonna see a tab that says audiences. You're gonna click on that. So for example's sake, I actually have already created multiple saved audiences just to show you the overlap. So I'm gonna use a saved audience, which actually has interest-based targeting inside it. It's not a lookalike audience and it's not a pixel audience based off of returning users or anything like that. It is in fact only interest-based audiences, because I want to show this example with Facebook's interest-based targeting. All right, so let's compare audience A to audience B and see what the overlap percentage actually is between these two interest-based audiences. So if you select both the audiences and then you click on the 3 little dots to the right here, and you click show audience overlap. So you can see the selected audience is audience B, it's 46 million people, and the comparison result is audience A of 32 million. So if we're looking, there's a 20 million audience overlap here. That is a 44% audience overlap. So if you run these two interest-based audiences together side by side in 2 different ad sets, thinking that you're actually targeting different people, you have a 44% chance of showing your ad to the same person twice. So there is actually a way to remove overlap from interest-based audiences, and I highly recommend doing it. If you do this, it takes a little bit of time, but it makes your analytics perfect. It actually gives you proper information on where your leads came from and the highest intent audience you could possibly find. We're inside audience A and audience B here. So if we're looking at audience A and audience B together here, if we hover over, audience A is an interest of digital marketing and audience B is an interest of online advertising, right? So I'm gonna click into audience A here, I'm gonna edit it, and I'm gonna scroll down, and I'm actually going to add an exclusion of online advertising, and I'm going to go ahead and update audience A. Now, if you had multiple audiences that you're testing, you'd go through and you'd add audience A and audience B to audience C, and audience B and audience C to audience A, and vice versa. And this would eliminate the overlap. So now if we go check the overlap one more time, we are now looking at 0% overlap. And you can see that because audience A, which is the comparison audience, shows this information isn't available because the overlap between your audiences is fewer than 1,000 people, which it should be at 0% because of the fact we excluded the other interest-based audience. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel and keep an eye out. We come out with new videos every single day on how to run profitable paid ads.